Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to be making a pin cushion like so. This is how the pin cushion looks like after the making, so just relax and enjoy the video. Yeah, so to be making this cushion I need my pin, my scissors, my elastic band, a piece of fabric, and a thin piece of fabric plus my tape roll. I'm going to be folding my fabric now into two, and I'll just use that small plastic. I found out that the plastic is too small, so I brought a bigger plastic. So I just have to change the way I folded the fabric in the first instance and place the plastic on top of the fabric, and I used my pen to just roll it out, so it's going to be easier for me. After that, I went ahead to pin it round so that when I'm cutting the fabric, it's not going to give me, a hard time. So now I'm just going to be trimming it off. I'm going to be cutting round the circle, and while being careful so I don't overcut the fabric. Here we have our shape. The two piece, and I'm just going to be making sure the right side is facing each other while I sew it round. Also, I'm going to be pinning it so that I will have a good stitch at the end of the day. So I'm going to be setting it aside and be working on my thin fabric rather. First I had to measure around my wrist so I can know the measurements to use for the elastic band. I would advise when making your own, you should divide your measurement into two. I made the mistake of cutting the full measurement, and it was way too big for me, as you would see towards the end of the video. So I went ahead to cut the elastic band and stretched it to make sure that it contains my fabric. I don't want my fabric bulging and not accepting the elastic band. So I went ahead to fold my fabric into two and ensuring that my elastic band will be able to go into it after sewing. So I'm just going to take that to the sewing machine and stitch it. So here is it after sewing. I went ahead to sew a thin rope along the edges so that I'll be able to, turn it to the right side easily. So that's just what I'm going to be doing now. So yeah, I went ahead and used my safety pin to pin the elastic, and I just went ahead to put it inside the fabric. I'm sorry it's not really showing. I didn't know, I was not in view of the camera. So I'm just going to continue doing that and make sure that my elastic did not get lost into the fabric. Yes, immediately my elastic got to the edge of the fabric, I went ahead to use a pin to hold it like you can see, and I just continue pushing the elastic through the thin fabric. So here is the outcome, and now I'm going to be fixing it inside the two circle we drew the other time and cut out. I'm going to be fixing it inside, so by the time I sew it round out, our handle will be outside and the sewing will be inside the pin cushion. You get? Here is how it's looking after that, and I'm just going to go to my sewing machine and stitch this round and also leave some space in between. To turn it over, here is the outcome, and this is the needle that I'm going to be using to stitch the opened part. Also, this is my wool that I'll use to fill up the cushion. So I'm just going to take out the office pin. I'm also going to go ahead and notch the sewing round the fabric. I'll make sure I notch everything so that by the time I turn the fabric over to the right side, it will be smooth and it won't give me any issue. So I went ahead to turn it over to the right side, and this was what it was looking like. I'll go ahead and fill it up with the wool. I'm also going to be stitching the open parts with a needle and thread. So the fabric was bigger than the wool and I don't have any extra wool. So instead of losing everything and starting afresh, I decided to just run a stitch with my hand needle round the pincushion and squeeze it like so to give me that fuller effect on the outside part. I went ahead to knot the thread, and this was how the back was actually looking at the end of the day. This is the finished look without the pin, and it's just so beautiful. It was given. And this is the look with the pin. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be trying this, if you're going to be making your own pin cushion. I mean, it saves you the money, the resources and the stress of getting from your vendor. Also, make sure you subscribe if you are coming across this channel for the first time or not. Make sure you subscribe, like this video and share to your loved ones, and I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.